In this session, we will see the concept, need, and principles of human resource management. To understand about human resource management, we need to understand what are the resources that an organization has. Any organization sets its goals based on its physical resources, which may be in the form of number of computers that an organization has or the space that an organization has. Financial resources, which is the budget allocated to the organization. And the last, human resources are the employees that work for the organization. So in this session, our focus is going to be on human resources. Before we try and understand about human resources in an organization, let us understand human resources and the management of this human resources happening at the family level. Let me tell you, human resource management happens when there are more than one people in the organization or the family. Human resource management starts at the family level. Family members, depending on its objectives, take different roles and responsibilities for the accomplishment of family objectives. The head of the household would harness all available resources, including family members, to find the best in them in order to achieve whatever may be needed or desired by the family. For example, if the family's objective is provision of good quality education for their children, then the parents would play the role of motivating their children. The parents would also ensure provision of resources such as financial resources for their children's education, and the children would put in efforts to get good quality education. The head of the household would ensure that all play their roles to the best of their ability to ensure that the family objective is achieved. Thus, division of labor depends on the expectations, values, and philosophies of the family members and is also rooted in the wider community, such as a tribe, a religious group, or a community. Let us understand what is human resource in an organization. People in work organizations are endowed with a wide range of abilities, talents, and attitudes. They influence productivity, quality, and profitability of an organization. People at workplace set overall strategies and goals, design work systems, offer services, monitor quality, allocate financial resources, and market the products or services. Therefore, individuals become human resources by virtue of the roles they assume in the work organizations. Employment roles are defined and described in a manner designed to maximize particular employees' contributions to achieving organizational objectives. After understanding about human resources, let us try and understand what is management, and that too, management of people. Management of people is no different from management of other resources of the organization, as we try to make optimum possible use of the different resources to achieve the organizational goals. Then, how is management of people different from physical and financial resources? It is the nature of the people, its employees, who have different set of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors which are influenced by a variety of factors. There are two perspectives to human resources. The first perspective is Human beings are potentially a creative and complex resource. The whole behavior of human beings is influenced by many different factors originating from either the individual himself or herself or the surrounding environment. Behavior and performance of the human resource is a function of at least 4 variables. The 4 variables are ability of the human beings, their motivation, role perceptions. For example, how the individual perceives his or her role, maybe her role as a teacher in an educational organization. And the situational contingencies is the 4th variable. Second perspective to human resources, it emphasizes the problematic nature of employment relations. Employers view human resources differently from other resources. Differing abilities, personality traits, gender, role perception, and differences in experiences are viewed by others as a characteristic of the individual. Based on the example of family and our understanding of human resources and management of people, let us now understand what is human resource management. Human resource management is the governance of an organization's employees. Human resource management is sometimes simply referred to as human resources. According to Bratton and Gold, human resource management is the part of the management process that specializes in management of people in work organizations. Let us see some more definitions of human resource management. According to Vansivide and Glusel, human resource management is the function performed in organizations that facilitates the most effective use of people or employees to achieve organizational and individual goals. Human resource management is a process of making the effective and efficient use of human resources so that the set goals are achieved. Also, human resource management is responsible for maintaining good human relations in an organization. It is also concerned with development of the organization and achieving integration of the goals of the organization and those of the individuals. Based on the above definitions of human resource management, it is understood that human resource management is action-oriented as it focuses on action rather than on record-keeping, written procedures or rules, as human resources are to be managed through action-oriented programs rather than written records or rules. Human resource management is individually oriented. It considers each employee as an individual and offers services and programs to meet the individual needs, as each human resource is unique with different abilities and needs. Human resource management is future-oriented. It is concerned with helping an organization achieve its objectives in the future by providing for competent, well-motivated employees. Let us now see the characteristics of human resource management. The first characteristic, human resource management pervades through the entire organization, right from the human resources working in the housekeeping section to the managerial level. The second characteristic, it is concerned with managing people at work. The third characteristic, it is a continuous function as the goal of the organization is to achieve its objectives. The fourth characteristic of human resource management, it is conscious of its social obligations towards society in general and to employee in particular. After understanding the concept of human resource management, let us see what is the need for human resource management. An organization needs efficient people to achieve the organizational goals over a period of time. Good human resource practice can help in attracting and retaining the best people in an organization. Planning alerts the company to the types of people it will need in the short, medium, and long run. For example, an educational institution intends to start new need-based courses. It will then try to procure the best experts in those areas and try to retain them. It is essential to select the best people to appropriate positions to achieve the organizational goals. Human resource management appropriates recruitment and selection activities, identifies the best people for available jobs, and makes sure that they are placed in suitable positions. For example, efficient people with higher qualifications and skills are to be selected for top positions to achieve the organizational goals. An organization needs people with different set of skills with changing times for consistent performance. Performance appraisals and training develops individuals who need skills, knowledge, and attitudes different from those that they currently possess. For example, with changing times, old softwares or work strategies are to be replaced with new softwares or new strategies. To ensure that the organizations function smoothly, it is essential that people acquire the skills to handle the new softwares or use innovative work strategies. An organization needs motivated employees to give best results consistently. Good human resource practices can also motivate organizational members to do outstanding work. For example, to get the best from its employees, the organization should develop strategies to motivate its employees so as to ensure that the organizational goals are achieved. Let us now understand the principles of human resource management which guide the management of human resources. Principle of previewing, training, forming, and providing human resources in relation to the requirements of scientific and technical revolution and the concrete needs of the organizations. For example, with changing needs such as use of new technologies, it is essential that training of employees for use of the new technologies or selecting people having the knowledge of the use of new technologies acts as an important guideline for managing people. The second principle of human resource management is the principle of continuous training of human resources for the purpose of saving financial resources on the one hand and rapid integration into employment of human resources on the other hand. The next principle of human resource management is the principle of recruitment, selection, and orientation in relation to the needs of ensuring consistency between quantitative and qualitative employment resources and available jobs. The fourth principle of human resource management is the principle of personnel assessment, physical energy and mental stress resulting from the assessment of workstations and work performance. For example, an organization assessing its employees' stress resulting from the expectations that the organization wants them to meet. The sixth principle of human resource management is the principle of motivation of employees, establishment and differentiation of remuneration in relation to the weight and intensity of the work and the quantitative and qualitative performances promoting and building professional careers. For example, motivating people by ensuring benefits in the form of increased pay package, bonus in proportion to the employee's contribution, which could be in the form of skills, commitment, dedication and hard work put in by the employees. The next principle of human resource management is the principle of employee protection. Facing the risk of illness and accidents at workplace and the social protection facing social risk that cannot be previewed. The next principle of human resource management is the principle of maximum economic efficiency of utilization of all resources in conditions of security and health protection, highlighting the productivity gains on workstation, individuals or work teams. For example, an organization achieving its goal of higher output by ensuring maximum possible utilization of all its resources, including the human resources. The next principle of human resource management is the principle of information, communication, personal negotiation, and by all representatives of the unions, associations, or councils. For example, ensuring that the needs of better facilities at the workplace reach the top management through the middle managerial levels, and at the same time ensuring that the goals of the organization are communicated to people at all levels of the organization. The last principle of human resource management is the integration, participation and cooperation of the employees in the decision-making process to achieve the organizational goals. And with this last principle of human resource management, we come to the end of this session on concept, need and principles of human resource management. Thank you.